Guys, what is going on? It's Beardbugs here with another video. This one's going to be on Chegg stock, so I'm going to review it, show you guys kind of what it is. And this is my giveaway stock, so if you want a chance to win a free Chegg stock, hit that subscribe button as my channel grows. Hopefully, I will be giving out bigger and bigger stocks, as I mentioned in other videos, such as like Facebook, Apple. Those would be the initial ones, and if the channel grows to something cool and something that we can all enjoy, and I'll be happy about it. I would like to give away an Amazon stock one day. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, so let's get into it. What is Chegg? They offer both physical and digital textbook rentals. Well, that's kind of more what they used to be known for. They're really not too known for that anymore once Amazon and other competitors entered the space. And I mean, I went to college. You really don't need textbooks anymore. I would say at all my college classes, I probably had to buy 3 textbooks. So there isn't a huge need for textbooks anymore. So they've kind of morphed into a new business, which is really why I'm super bullish and want to go with them for the long term. So they offer Chegg Services, which is an online tutoring type service. So it's basically this service where, let's say you have a textbook question or some general question that colleges all over the world really get, because they're using similar textbook questions that the teachers will hand out and such. So you'll Google that, it'll pop up and it'll say Chegg, I forget, Chegg tutoring is what it is. You click on it and then it'll give you the answer as long as you're paying for the subscription. And then it even has like a Yelp type thing, which I'll get into in the next slide. I don't want to get too excited here, but another thing they've been doing is they have been buying and acquiring companies to help students write papers like EasyBib, and I know they bought, they acquired StudyBlue also, so they are becoming a bigger and bigger company, acquiring more companies. Their subscription type business model, which I love, $15 a month for the basic service, $22 gets you everything, which would be like the additional things like EasyBibs and so on. So Chegg stock, the future of education. Another thing I really like about this stock is, like, when was the last time like the education was really hit by some crazy innovation? I feel like all the other industries have had like this crazy innovation, and the education market really hasn't been quite there yet. I mean, they've had some, but I really feel like this is something that is pretty prevalent. And that's why I really like the stock. So they're becoming more and more popular among high school and college students. That is their market. Chegg is bringing new innovation to the education industry. So how I mentioned earlier, this is a sample question. I don't pay for the membership anymore since I'm no longer in college, but I used to, and this saved a ton of time on homework. So that's why I know it's so valuable, because when I'd come up with like a sheet of homework that would maybe take 3 hours, and I could find the correct answers and see how they got to the correct answers immediately online for $15 a month, I definitely kept paying for that monthly while I was in college. Now I don't need it, so I don't pay for it anymore, but that right there is an example of basically what the Chegg study service is. So you're being able to ask questions and get answered by experts, and that's a thing I'll get into in a couple more bullet points, but they're having the reviews of questions so you can see the validity of them, as I had said. I'll talk about it a little bit more now. It's kind of like Yelp. So when you click on this question, see it right there? It says a thumbs up, 100% rating. So normally it'll say like 5 thumbs up, 0 down. That means that answer is like definitely correct, and it was answered good and thoroughly, and it will really help you understand the question, and you also know you're going to get it right. So it's nice to have that. It also helps students find internships. This is something I didn't know about until I started like researching the company. They'll actually help set you up with an internship, because their thing is like, so many college students get out of college and don't know what to do, so they'll actually help set you up in an internship. I thought that was pretty awesome. And their business model is really developing a passive income strategy. Sorry, I'm a little excited for this video, but yeah, I really love that, because they're building this huge database of all these questions with answers, and once someone answers the question, they never have to really look at it again because it's right, and so on. So just sitting there, and it's making them money, because kids are paying to get these answers that they really don't have to answer once they're answered, and I love that kind of business model. It's really like passive income. Good management. Something you also really want to look at when you're looking into buying a company or kind of seeing what the company entails. So CEO is Dan Rosensweig. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry, Dan, if I'm not. But he joined Yahoo as COO in 2002, took that company to where it was, and then he left and joined Guitar Hero in 2009. He was the CEO of Guitar Hero. I didn't write that in there, but that kind of surprised me because it's such a different industry. So I really like seeing a CEO who can pivot and and take on such a different challenge. And he's definitely done that, because he went from Guitar Hero to now joining Chegg and turning Chegg into the success it is, because he's really the one that's been turning it into this Chegg study service business, is getting away from the textbooks. So I really love seeing management like that, where they're able to pivot and make money and get success out of that. That's something you definitely want to see in a company. Chegg stock for the long term. So currently the stock is at $37. I think I took this picture yesterday, and about a week ago they released their Q4. And as you can see here some of the highlights. Just there's like two, three things I really want to hit on. So Chegg service revenue grew 37% year over year. That's pretty awesome. I mean, they've been in the Chegg service industry for a couple years, but to have almost 40% year-over-year revenue growth, it's pretty awesome. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so bullish, because I do not see this consensus slowing down. If you're in a college environment, just look around. I guarantee you people will be using Chegg in some of your classes, and that's where the business is coming from. So you can kind of just get a sense of it, a live sense of how the business is working. Another thing is they had 1.9 number of Chegg service subscribers, an increase of 34% year over year. That's also a pretty awesome number. Anything over 30 cents, I think, is pretty amazing for year over year. So I just love that. And like I said earlier, this passive income model of 224 million total Chegg study content reviews, that's a 32% increase year over year. So like this 224 million people are looking at their content. That's almost quite a bit less, like 100 million less, but it's almost the amount of people that live in the United States. That's how many views they're having. And that's stuff that they don't have to work on anymore with that passive income. So I just love that. Well, I hope you guys got a little bit of Chegg stock out of this. Or not Chegg stock, I'm sorry. I hope you kind of learned a little about what Chegg stock was. And I advise you, if you want to buy Chegg stock, to go do some of your own research, kind of come up with your own consensus on why you think it's a good company. Don't just always follow what someone else tells you. This is my belief, so I would hate for you to lose money or something like that, even though I'm very bullish and I see this company growing well over the long term. Over the past year, they've gone up like almost 100%. In the past 5 years, it's up with a couple 100% as well. So I'm super bullish, and I do not plan on selling this anytime in the short term, and I'm holding it for the long term. So lastly, hit that subscribe button. At 100 subscribers, I'm going to give away my first Chegg stock. So thank you guys for listening. Have a good one.